children. So here we are with our chapter Body Movements, and today we are going to study about earthworms. Okay children, so come on, let's start our class. So children, an earthworm has a long cylindrical body made up of many rings or segments joined end to end. इसका मतलब क्या होता है, जो earthworm है ओके उसकी बॉडी किसकी बनी होती है? इट इज मेड अप ऑफ वेरियस रिंग्स. सी लाइक दिस, हियर देयर आर रिंग्स लाइक दिस एंड दे आर जॉइंड एंड टू एंड. It has a liquid skeleton. Now what is liquid skeleton? It means it has no bones and fluid is filled inside the body of earthworm that helps in maintenance of the body shape. What is the function of skeleton? It gives shape to the body. So similarly, the liquid skeleton gives shape to the body. On the undersurface of the body, a number of minute bristles are present. Now what are minute bristles? Small hair-like structures are present, okay, under the body. That helps the earthworm to get a firm grip on the ground. Earthworm moves on the ground, है ना? So to get grip on the ground, there are fine bristles present. Muscles attached to these bristles helps to contract the body. And now we will see the segment and the bristles of earthworm. Now see children, this is the earthworm. See, this is the back part, this is the front part and this is stationary earthworm. Stationary earthworm means वो एक जगह पर ठहरा हुआ है, एक जगह पर रुका हुआ है. This is the meaning of stationary earthworm. And see, these are the segments. These round structures are the segments. And I told you that they are having bristles at the lower part. So see, these are the bristles as you can see. See, it is attached to the ground by the help of bristles, right? And now we will study how the movement of earthworm takes place. There are two types of muscles on an earthworm's body. The first one is the circular muscle and longitudinal muscle. Circular muscles matlab, if this is the earthworm, then circular muscles भी present होती है and longitudinal muscles, ऐसे भी एक muscles present होती है. ठीक है, अब आपको you have to study very seriously, pay attention. When the circular muscle contracts, ठीक है, suppose if this is a earthworm and यहाँ पर है circular muscle. When the circular muscle contracts, the segments becomes long and thin. ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है? देखो, see, when the circular muscle contracts, see, suppose if this is the circular muscle, ठीक है, ये circular muscle है. अब अगर ये circular muscle contract कर रहे, यानी इसकी जो size है वो कम हो जाएगी, right? So see, the size got shrinked, right? Then what happens? The segments becomes long and thin. अगर circular muscles जो है वो contract हो रही है तो segments कैसे हो जाएंगे? लंबे हो जाएंगे and they will also become thin. See, I will show you. Now, I had told you that muscles always works in pair. Okay? If the circular muscles are contracting, then when longitudinal muscles contract, see, अगर circular muscles contract होती है तो क्या होता है? Segment becomes long and thin. And if the longitudinal muscles means the muscles which are present like this, when the longitudinal muscles will contract, then what will happen? है ना, अगर longitudinal muscles से वो contract होगी तो क्या होगा? The segments will become thick. See, the segments become thick and short. The earthworm moves. The earthworm moves by lengthening and shortening of the body segments. how do earthworm moves? उसके जो segments है, they becomes lengthen or they shortens with the help of circular and longitudinal muscles, because muscles always work in pair. So to move first, the earthworm contracts the circular muscles of the front segment. If the earthworm wants to move, then first thing what he will do, he will contract the circular muscles of the front end. And when the muscles will contract, circular muscles will contract, what will happen? The segments will become long and thin. See, as a result, the front part of the body becomes long and moves a little ahead by withdrawing the bristles from the ground. क्या करता है सबसे पहले earthworm? Front part. See, I will show you the front part. See, here it is. See, front part lengthens and move ahead. ये देखो, यहाँ का जो part है, it is thin and long because the circular muscles present here, they contracts, and when they contract, it becomes thin and long. And see, the bristles, they are not touching the ground. Front part lengthens and it moves ahead. So we saw that front part lengthens and moves ahead, right? Back part remains fixed to the ground. ये देखो, ये ground पे fixed है, but this part is not fixed. Now let's see. Now what happens next? Front part shortens and pulls ahead, and back part lengthens and releases the ground. अब क्या हो रहा है? It's becoming opposite. अब the part which is at the back, it is lengthening, and the front part is shortening. Now how this thing is taking place? Let's see. Again we will study. See. Now, then the longitudinal muscles of the front part of the earthworm contracts. फिर क्या होता है? जो front part पे, the front parts, longitudinal muscles will contract, and when the longitudinal muscles contract, the segments becomes thick and short. Then the bristles of the front part now grip the ground. Now they will grip the ground, and the segments in the rear part, rear means back part, of the earthworm becomes thin and long due to contraction of circular muscles. आपको यहाँ पर यही चीज़ याद रखनी है कि when circular muscle contracts, the segments becomes long and thin. When longitudinal muscles contract, the segments become thick and short. Okay? First the front part moves, then the backward part moves. Now the rear part of the earthworm becomes short and thick due to contraction of longitudinal muscles. In this way, the earthworm moves a small distance ahead. और ऐसे ही earthworm थोड़ा सा distance cover करता है. See children. Now see. How much distance the earthworm has completed? See. Distance moved by the earthworm. Back part shortens and pull ahead. See. This part. Now earthworm has covered this much of distance. So children, for today this was it. Study very well, be happy, keep smiling. May God bless you.